Hello, it's Wednesday the 1st of July and here we are in the rectory garden. This is Esther, one of my grandchildren, and we've been doing some homeschooling. What are we learning today, Esther?
How to make a video in the wind.
How to make a video in the wind, that's right. Now, I might have mentioned to you that my wife Jill has just retired from teaching, well, about a year ago, and she's really loving retirement. When we were both working full time, we used to have to fit housework in whenever we had a spare few minutes. And one of the things that I'm loving is that Jill, now that she's retired, I have to do less around the house than I used to do. And I particularly like the fact that I'm no longer doing the laundry. Jill's doing it. It's great. I just take my clothes off, drop my dirty clothes in the laundry basket, and magically, a couple of days later, they just appear in my wardrobe, washed and ironed. Is that what happens in your house, Esther, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. But that's not to say that things always run completely smoothly. Not long ago, I was out and about wearing one of my favourite casual shirts, a bit like this one, and I happened to catch sight of myself, my reflection, as I passed by a shop window, and I was surprised to see that my shirt had a big pink stain on one of the shoulders, on part of the back of my shirt. And I thought, what's that pink stuff? And I wasn't sure how long I'd been walking around like that, and I couldn't think how it had got there. Then I mentioned it to Jill, and well, her response was very casual. She said, oh yes. She said, I meant to tell you, I put a bright red scarf in the washing machine last week, and the colour ran onto your shirt. Oh, and by the way, one of your t-shirts is exactly the same. Well, two things crossed my mind. First, for someone who's been listening to me preaching on sin and repentance for the last 30 years, Jill didn't seem particularly repentant about my shirt. And the second thing was, I think my clothes might have been safer when Jill was still at work. Well, today's Bible reading for evening prayer tonight is Romans chapter 12, and that's about a very different type of laundry. You've probably heard people saying that they're carrying out a life laundry, meaning sorting out what's important and unimportant in their life and reassessing their priorities as a result. Well, although the phrase life laundry is fairly modern, the concept certainly isn't. In this letter that Paul wrote to the Christians living in Rome 2,000 years ago, he included a life laundry checklist. You might want to read it in full for yourself later, but here's a kind of summary to be going on with. A baker's dozen of qualities that Paul wanted the early Christians to strive for. 1. Shun evil. 2. Pursue good. 3. Love others. 4. Show respect. 5. Serve God enthusiastically. 6. Live in hope. Be patient. Be prayerful. Be hospitable. Show empathy. Live in harmony. Be humble. Forgive. It seems to me that checklist of excellent qualities is just as relevant today as when it was written all those years ago. Imagine what society would be like if we all made those qualities our priorities. So, as the lockdown continues to be gradually eased, maybe it's time to have a good long look at ourselves, and maybe we could use God's life laundry list to help us emerge from this lockdown better, stronger and more godly people. I think that's worth thinking about.
Bye for now.
Bye for now.